Hello and welcome to Elections Live for the Exec Elections 2021. I'm Sophie Brasher.
And I'm Abby Taylor.
So tonight we've got a great show. We're going to be speaking to our RAG candidate and we're going to be speaking to our two vice presidential candidates, as well as having a little look at some election statistics. So be sure to stay tuned.
The first position we're going to be looking at tonight is RAG, so let's have a look at some of the highlights from Josh and Hettie on Saturday night.
My name is Hettie Bawden and I am rerunning to be elected as your RAG chair for 2021 to 22.
But importantly, how will you reach this total next year?
So, to be completely honest with you, Josh, my priorities this year have shifted drastically. And whatever we raise as a consequence of this is a bonus in my eyes.
What's your new perspective on RAG?
My new perspective is that, quite frankly, there's a lot of issues.
In your manifesto, you said that you're the candidate of continuity for RAG and not necessarily the candidate for change. But so you're saying that actually RAG does need change and that you're the person who can bring it this year?
It needs change, yes, and so when I say that I'm the candidate for continuity, I mean that I will continue to prioritise and fight for those changes to be made. I think that's a really good question, and to be completely honest, because of coronavirus, I haven't been able to make contact with the London campus. Comes around, we've got everything in place to make sure that it is as good as it possibly can be.
Or little of the money actually gets to go to the charity. How do you wish to change this?
Much stricter budgeting. From my understanding as internal events coordinator a few years ago, we didn't have anything like that. We knew what we had to put on, we knew what we had to spend money on, but there was no cap on the spending. Whilst every member of the executive team has a value and has a role, it is the sections that present the student opportunities. I strongly believe that I'm the best candidate for this position.
So Hettie Bawden is our RAG candidate. She's rerunning. She's the current section chair. And RAG is the fundraising section, for anyone who didn't get that from all of the shows we've been doing. So let's just have a little look at Hettie's catch-up with us.
Hi, I'm Hettie Bawden and I'm running for RAG section chair. I'm running in this election because I've already been RAG chair for a year. And I feel that there's still so much more that I can bring to the role and also that I can gain from the role personally, and I'd love to see what I'm capable of as we emerge from the pandemic. You should vote for me because I've got the experience of being in the role for a year already. I know the ins and outs of RAGs when it is completely stripped back, and so I'll be able to build on those foundations to make RAG thrive in the next year.
Hi Hettie, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you both?
Yes, we are doing good.
Good.
We just wanted to know what your favourite RAG memory has been so far.
My favourite RAG memory? Oh my gosh, there's so many to choose from. It wasn't at LSU, but I think my favourite RAG memory was probably for London to Paris cycling trip that I did, which was organised from RAG, and it's just incredible memories that will stick with me for life, yeah.
Oh, that sounds like such great fun.
Difficult but fun.
Yeah, definitely. So I heard that you were running last year as well,
yes.
for the same position. How have you found it running everything digital and like using all the different platforms like TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram? How have you like altered your perspective on like running?
It's been really different. I think last year I relied a lot upon the ability to do in-person campaigning and going around and speaking to people face to face, telling them about my manifesto and just introducing myself and trying to get my personality across. And I think that's the main challenge, is getting your personality across digitally, because also people can just choose not to look at something, which does create an issue. But in terms of the social media platforms and how I've been using them, I've just been a lot more organised in scheduling posts and planning ahead with what I want to go out when, whereas last year it was just kind of like oh, I'm doing this today, I might post about that, or I might post about something else, or I might just forget because I was trying to do my degree alongside it last year as well. So yeah, just a lot more organised in general this year, I think.
Okay, well, you've been doing a great job. I just
Thank
wanted
you.
to know like, how you've been keeping the momentum up, because obviously voting is open now. So
Yeah.
do you think you've maybe slowed down a bit, or is it how are you keeping full steam ahead?
It is difficult, to be fair, because especially because campaign week is a bit longer this year. Trying to have enough content to spread across the week has been a challenge. Something that I've been doing, however, is I've been taking snippets from my soapbox on Saturday. I screen recorded it on my laptop and I posted it onto my social media, so that for anyone that didn't watch a soapbox, they can view it there. And also they're only like a minute and a half long, and it's just a really good way to get my points across again, because I was really happy with how that went on Saturday, so I'd quite like to push that forward to anyone that will listen.
So I just had one question as well. It was yesterday, Pippa Bainham, the ex-Action Chair, came on and had a talk about people that rerun and how they might not be as connected with being a student, having reran. They've already been institutionalised into LSU. What are your thoughts on that? Do you feel like you can still really connect to being a student?
I think I can, yeah, because I have a student committee. Everyone that I work with, aside from Jane, the RAG administrator, is a student. And so, although it's not the same, obviously I've still got my memories of my own experiences, but I still connect really well and really close to students this year. So hopefully, well, I don't think it creates too much of a barrier.
Brilliant. We've just got some quick fire questions from you now, just some fun ones. So
Are you ready, Hettie? Are you ready?
Yeah, go for
Okay,
it.
first one, tea or coffee?
Tea, all the way.
Films or books?
I do love a good book.
Yeah, I think I'd go book as well.
Yeah.
Night in or a night out?
Night in. With a blanket and a hot chocolate.
That sounds like it, doesn't it?
that does sound good.
Yeah.
What is your favourite Loughborough night out when it's not COVID? Is it one in the Union? Is it in town?
I do love a good Tuesdays or Hey You or something like that. Any night infusion, basically.
Yep. So thank you so much, Hettie. Good
That's
luck
fine.
with the rest of the week. Obviously, voting's coming up Friday 4 p.m. So good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
So we're next going to be having a look at the vice presidential candidate. So this is a contested position. There's two of them. And the vice president, obviously you're a first year.
Yeah.
So do you know a lot about it? Should I have a little run through about what VP...
You might need to explain it to me. I don't know too much
So I'm very
about
heavily
the role.
involved with halls and DRC, so Democracy Representation Committee, and they sort out the finances. And they also obviously support the president, as you'd expect from a vice president position.
So lots of mini roles within one.
Yeah, we're going to have a look at the first candidate that we're going to be speaking to today, Leon Dixon.
I'm Leon Dixon, and I'm running for the position of Vice President.
Why are you running in the election?
Because I feel like the Vice President role is a great opportunity for me to put some good back into the community that has helped so many people through so much pressing times. So I feel like this way I'll be able to give something back to the student body that I feel is a family to me. So my manifesto details my main points. I feel like I'll be able to bring many opportunities to a lot of students in Loughborough. I feel like freshers this year have maybe missed out on all of a lot of the opportunities that sections offer, such as maybe rag raids or action events. And this year, hopefully, we can get back to normality, and I will be able to create maybe a stream of volunteers that can get involved with the LSU to offer them the opportunities that every student normally gets.
Hi, Leon. Nice to meet you. So Leon is actually in his second year, isn't he?
He is.
So it's going to be quite interesting to see how he's been dealing with the pressures of that extra workload compared to his first year and campaigning digitally. So his lots of screen time is being...
Yeah, I can only imagine what those stats must be like. I wouldn't be able to do that. Me being a final year now, both of them managing deadlines and campaigning, that sounds like a lot.
So this is his first time campaigning as well, so he doesn't really know anything different, really.
Yeah. I think that Leon is now ready. How are you, Leon?
I'm good.
Good.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes,
we can hear you.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
We're doing good. Yeah.
Well.
Super
Got
stuff.
the first question.
Yeah. So I heard that you're in second year. So how have you been dealing with the pressures from the extra workload for the uni for your degree and campaigning alongside? So with all the different platforms you've been using, like TikTok. I heard TikTok's supposed to be quite a main one this year. So how have you been coping?
Yeah, it's been fine. It's I think a lot of it is just down to time management and having a good campaign team that are definitely behind what you're standing for. Because I've got an excellent campaign team, and there's definitely a select group of them that work very hard to try and get all of our content out on time and help me recording things. So it's not just me working for it, it's definitely a small group and number of people making sure everything we can possibly do is getting done. But like I say, it's just time management whenever you've got a free hour working towards your degree. And if you're like this morning, I didn't really have anything to do. So there's time to do everything. It's okay.
Well, it's good that you've got a good team behind you.
Yeah.
So obviously after, if you were elected, after you'd be as a placement year. What are the plans long term, like at post-uni? What do you want to do?
Ooh, I'm not entirely sure. I study international relations. One thing I've been looking at maybe is MI5 do some postgraduate schemes. I mean, that sounds quite posh to be fair, but I quite like the idea of that. That sounds quite good. At the beginning of the year, I was looking at those for placements, but I decided quite early on that this is what I wanted to set my heart on for my placement year. But probably a postgraduate scheme somewhere, maybe in the civil service or something like that. Something quite low-key.
Nice.
Very cool.
Slowly piecing it all together with that puzzle. So, Leon, how do you feel like you've stood out with your competitors? Like, what's your secret? What's the secret? Tell us.
Don't know. Having a sick haircut, maybe?
Yeah.
No, I'm not sure. TikTok's a really good one. One of the TikToks did really well. So that was definitely a way to stand out. And also, we're hoping to release a music video soon. I mean, we wanted to get it out a bit earlier, but the first set of recording kind of went a bit haywire. So hopefully, if we can get that out today, that'll hopefully push me up a bit more. But yeah, definitely TikTok. TikTok's something entirely new this year, really, for the campaigning side of things. So pushing that has been definitely a unique way to get myself out there. And I've really enjoyed that, so that's good.
Yeah, no, I'm pleased you're using TikTok. I think you're the only candidate that we're speaking to today that's actually used it, so I was quite impressed to see that.
It's nice to hear about this song as well.
Yeah.
I'm expecting a little preview after this.
Definitely, we've got something here.
I also wanted to know, what is your favourite thing about Loughborough Students' Union, if you had to pick one?
Well, whenever I get asked that question, I've been asked it quite a bit this week, the first thing that always comes to my mind is the opportunities that all the different sections offer. So RAG, Action, Freak, everything, they all stand for something great. They all stand for an excellent cause, and they're extra opportunities for people to go into here at university. Especially even professional positions, you can see with Jodie and Hettie, going into these exec positions is something you can do to properly help your career. So it's something that can help you professionally and something you can do that is just good fun to do with mates. So I think here at Loughborough there's so many different opportunities to do that can help you in so many different ways. So definitely that.
And now finally we've got some quick fire questions for you.
Ooh, okay.
We've got work hard or play hard?
Play hard.
Fair enough, that's probably
Love
me
it.
too, yeah. What's your most used emoji?
Oh, shamefully, it's probably like the monkey one that covers his eyes.
Oh no.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
not that one,
That's
surely.
great. I don't use it like, I don't use it, it's ironically used.
Is it ironic, or is it
Yeah.
one of those things that starts off ironic and then goes...
Well,
There is
yeah,
a
I'm going to have to stop
direction.
using it now.
And finally, your favourite Loughborough night out?
Just an entire night in Fusion, probably. I mean,
That's
I do like that place. We need to get back into there.
Is a popular option. Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, thank you so much, Leon, and good
Thanks,
luck with
Leon.
the rest of the campaign.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Great speaking to you.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Now we're going to have a little look at the vice presidential highlights from Soapbox on Sunday.
Well, there we go. We're on to one of the two big ones now. It's Vice President.
I want to make sure that there are greater welfare opportunities for every single student here at Loughborough.
This experience has really helped me learn so much about the union, its sections, and what needs to improve.
So how are you going to effectively help manage the executive team alongside the busy nature of the Vice President role?
First of all, I think one of the key parts of the Vice President role is obviously line managing the sections. So I feel like this is crucial to do effectively and well to ensure that every section is performing to the best of their ability.
I think it's with managing the section heads, it's really important to know about their sections and know what their committees are like and know what the problems are with that.
Do you know what DRC does? Do you know what the objectives are and the points are of DRC?
Yes, it's the Democracy and Representation Committee.
So how do you think DRC then can use their mandate to improve students' lives and improve the way that we have democracy and representation here in the union?
It's quite a tough question. So perhaps an idea such as, so maybe if they put out a post or put out what's it called? So if they put out a post or if they put out like an action event.
Isn't connected to a hall or a society or a sport, so it's quite difficult to get different people from different places because it is, as Leon said, a lot of the union keynotes who are interested in what the going-ons are.
Anything else that wasn't on your manifesto that you would improve communication-wise?
I think just even with the happenings of the union, such as even DRC, the DRC agendas or minutes of the meetings, for example, that are meant to be posted online. There's always been a lot of problems with this. People don't know if they're going to be posted, where they are, that sort of thing. So I think stuff like that, which could be improved, is quite a simple fix. It's just a matter of making sure it's done.
So let's have a look at Charlotte Styles. She is our candidate for Vice President, so it's Leon's opponent.
My name is Charlotte Style and I'm running for Vice President. I'm running in the election because I've been involved with union volunteering since I started Loughborough 4 years ago, and it seems like the next natural step, and yeah, I'm really excited about it. You should vote for me because I think I've got all the necessary experience and I think I've got some realistic ideas as well, and I want to make sure that we can keep Loughborough the great place it is.
Hi Charlotte.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. A bit busy, but pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. So I was wondering, with all of the campaigning being online and digital, what's been your favourite platform, and is there anything which you've done which you feel it's kind of stood out from your opponents? Well, Leon.
Yeah, I think I've used Instagram mainly. I think that's probably one of the most popular social medias at the moment, and I've just really enjoyed using the stories and just trying to be quite not casual, but just sort of just chatting to people on my stories. I feel like it's been quite effective. I think I've probably done that more so than Leon. I think he's used TikTok a bit more than I have, but yeah.
So you focused on Instagram?
Yeah.
Great. I also wanted to know, similar question to Leon, what are your plans for if you're successful after exec?
That is an excellent question. I have no idea, to be honest. Hopefully I'll figure that out next year. I do my course is textile, so I'll probably try and go into something like that. But yeah, I'll see how if I'm successful, I'll see how this year goes.
Completely fair enough.
That's a pretty cool degree, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So what would be your favourite thing about LSU?
My favourite thing?
Yeah. Tough question.
There's so many things.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think just sort of, I know it's quite cliche, but just the family that it is, the amount of people I've met and who I've got such good friends from so many different parts of LSU. So yeah, I'd just say that.
So you mentioned that you're focusing on Instagram. How do you think you're keeping the momentum going? How are you keeping yourself going as we're reaching the end now? You don't want to be slowing down.
Yeah. Well, we filmed a video on Monday, so I'm just trying to get that all sort of edited and sorted, and hopefully release that either tonight or tomorrow. So hopefully that will keep up some of the Instagram audience going. And then yeah, just trying to keep making like sort of graphics and posting stuff, just so people keep getting like, so they know, just so they keep voting, and yeah.
I feel like that's really important as well, and I like how you're doing the Instagram stories, because I think especially this year, with it all being online, you really need to try and get your personality across and like just build loads of bridges with different kinds of people and just show your voice, let people hear you.
Yeah, exactly. That's sort of why I've tried to do it. It's also quite fun. Like we did a live Q&A the other day. And it was just so chill, just sitting on my bed, like answering the questions. To see everyone's like faces popping up. It was great.
Do you feel a bit like an influencer? Like?
Not really, I don't think.
No, not that far.
I wouldn't go quite that far.
We have some quick fire questions just to finish off. The same ones that we gave to Leon. So, work hard or play hard?
Play hard.
Most used emoji?
Probably the one that's like this.
I like that one. That's better than Leon's.
Better than, I mean, I wasn't sure about the monkey one, I'll be honest.
Oh no, not the monkey one.
I think we've probably all got too much on dating apps. Your favourite Loughborough night out?
Favourite Loughborough night out? Hey You. I'm missing it today.
That's true. We would normally be doing that as a first year. I'm not gonna lie, you're missing out.
I'm trying to relate, and I'm like, no, I
can't. I feel very bad.
It's all the sport today as well. I've been walking around campus and like hockey, there's lacrosse, there's netball. I'm like, just need to go to Hey You now.
It's just not the same. But hopefully next year you'll be able to get involved and experience that. Well, thank you so much, Charlotte.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
Now we are going to have a look at some statistics of the votes that have been coming in and follow accounts. It is. I'm interested to see this. First up, we have the candidates' social media followings as they stand. So Alex Marlowe is well out in head there, racing ahead with those numbers. He's definitely got the highest follow count, although it does average out around 500, 400. They're all doing pretty well.
Yeah, another one to look out for. Thomas Young is creeping up on the ranks, as well as Charlotte Style.
Yeah, they're really doing well. Maybe that's got something to do with the Instagram she was talking about.
The Q&A.
Yeah. Maybe.
It's coming through.
Yeah. Alex Marlowe doing a great job there.
Let's have a look at the hauls.
Yep. So, wow. Okay, whoa. Faraday is well out in the lead. They are really going in on the voting, which is very interesting since the presidential candidate, Freya, is ex-Faraday Hall chair. So do you think that will have an influence on the voting?
Well, before I wouldn't be too sure, but looking at this, you can't see any hall really getting to this point. So I feel like something must have been like influence there, which is great to see.
And there are other candidates as well that are ex-hall chairs. So the vice presidential candidates who we've just spoken to, Leon is ex-Harry French hall chair, and Charlotte is ex-Kaylee hall chair. Wow. So maybe that will have an influence. You know, would you think the halls will be loyal to their ex-hall chairs? What would you be doing? Do you think it would have an influence on your decision?
I think it would. I think they'll be coming around like most days, just trying to like influence your decision. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see over the next couple of days.
And next up, what have we got? We've got
departments.
Okay, I think that's your department, isn't it? Out in the lead.
That is my department.
Yeah, that's mine second up. We've got sport department and school business and economics that are out in the lead with their voting numbers.
Yeah, so they've really stood out on the screen for us, haven't they? The rest are kind of similar.
Yeah. Oh, Loughborough London's not doing too well. Not a lot of engagement yet. Maybe they're all waiting to the end. I don't know.
Time.
Okay, so it's been a great show. But tomorrow we have the final elections live.
So exciting.
They're going to be speaking to societies and the all-important presidential candidates.
Yeah.
But what we're going to have a look at now before the end of the show is a very interesting VT that I've seen a couple of times now, but it's still pretty hilarious. Let's have a look at the candidates' hidden talents.
Talent is that I can spring a deck of cards from one hand to the other.
Bring those onto the camera. So you've got two elastic bands, one on the top, one on the bottom. I give them a little shake like this. Just like that, they link together right in the centre. We give them another shake like this, and they separate completely, just like that.
Right, we'll have to try it again. I promise you I can do it. I promise you I can do it.
This is cheeseburger from McDonald's, and I practiced this yesterday, and what I'm going to do is to eat it all in one go, in one bite.
This is Samantha. Samantha is a second-generation spider plant.
Here we go.
So, one generation back then, another, you've got Bob. Bob was a little plant who I got from the Freshers Bazaar from our Landscape and Gardening Society. Oh, all but one. Oh. And where this is going is basically, I don't have a very good hidden talent. I just do lots of little things, but society's helped me grow this one, so I just wanted to show it off.
I can twist it and curl it.
So I've been sort of working on my Shaggy Scooby-Doo impression. Raggy, wrote Alex Morrow in the that's terrible. No. Try Shaggy. Let's try Shaggy. Like, hey man, vote Alex Morrow in the elections. Oh my god, that's even worse than I imagined.
Remember those walls I built? Well, baby, they're tumbling down. They didn't even put up a fight. They didn't even make a sound.
Let me do David Attenborough.
So here we have, in his natural habitat, Alex Morrow running for Welfare and Diversity Executive Officer.
What? May seem like nothing yet, but then we can sort of, we can vary it. We can start progressing it. We can start adding additional spin and variation to the ball. We can even do this. And then we can start, experimenting by going the side of the bat ball.
Well, my hidden talent, I can do really, really bad fusion dancing. I can show you. That's one of many I've got.
But yeah, plain and simple, you can just do this. Can even, if anyone's a football fan and is aware of the infamous Around the World, you can start doing that. Go that way. Yeah, and you're just having the ball under control.
I'm gonna do a no pen leaving the book.
I can do a pretty decent Yoda impression.
Do it.
So, okay. Do or do not, there is no try. Vote for me, you will.
Well, on that note, that is it from us. Thank you so much for hosting with me.
Thank you so much. So thanks everyone for joining us on the 4th live Exec Elections. Stay tuned for tomorrow for the final one and the big day on Friday.
Yep.
So do not forget to vote. Voting ends at 4 p.m. on Friday.